right, hello Alouette. Well, we are at the very end of our 2019 Battle of the Books, and we are down to the finals. So do you remember, way back in June when we started, we did Dogger versus Make Way for Ducklings. And you chose Make Way for Ducklings to go to the next round. And then in week 2, we did Ada Twist Scientist versus the Word Collector. And you voted for Ada Twist Scientist to move to the next round. And in week 3, we had 2 great books. One was called The Night Gardener, and it versus Maybe Something Beautiful, and you chose The Night Gardener to advance. And then in week 4, we had a really cool one, The Antlered Ship versus The Snail and the Whale, and most of you voted for The Snail and the Whale to pair off against The Night Gardener. So in the semifinals, 92 kids preferred The Night Gardener over The Snail and the Whale, so that meant that The Night Gardener was going to the finals. And then this past week, we did Ada Twist Scientist versus Make Way for Ducklings.
Excuse the interruption. Just a note, we think it's okay to lift our shelter in place. There was a bear in the neighborhood. It has not been seen in an hour and a half. But just a note to students, if you're not walking home with an adult, make sure that you're being safe and aware, and you never approach an animal. Again, it has not been seen in an hour and a half, so we should be good to go over just this time. Thank you.
Phew. Okay, so we don't have to worry about the bear. So that's when we did Ada Twist Scientist versus Make Way for Ducklings, and 99 of you voted for Make Way to Ducklings. So now we have the final round. It's the final battle. We have The Night Gardener versus Make Way for Ducklings. Now let's just look at these 2 stories. Remember, The Night Gardener was the story about William, and he discovered a tree outside, and it had been sculpted into a wise owl. And that's when he met the Night Gardener. The thing we liked about this book were the beautiful illustrations. And then as the book continued, there became more and more color in the illustrations, and then we really liked the dragon page. What's cool about this book is Eric and Terry both live in Toronto, they live in Canada. So this is their first book that they have ever written, and this is The Night Gardener. So they live in Canada, so maybe you will like that one. Now the next one is Make Way for Ducklings. And Make Way for Ducklings was written 75 years ago, and it's an award-winning book, and it was a story about the Mallard duck family that were in Boston and how that friendly policeman saved them from getting run over by cars. So this book was by Robert McCloskey, and this one was a really good book too, and this one was also based on a true story. So now you guys have a decision to make. You need to decide which of these 2 books is going to be the final book that we like. So we're going to be doing that a different way than we've been voting. We're going to be doing a heads down, hands up vote. So after this video, your teacher is going to tell you to put your heads down on your desk, and if you like Make Way for Ducklings, you can put your hand up, and you need to keep your hand up so that your teacher can count you. And she'll count all of your hands that are up, and then she'll say put your hands down. And she'll do the same thing for The Night Gardener. Hands up if you would like Night Gardener to win. And she will count that. Now remember, you can only have 1 vote. And I know a lot of you are going to have a tough decision on which one to vote for, but you can only vote once. So your teacher's going to be watching for that as well. And once we have done that in all of our primary classrooms, we are going to announce the winner of the Battle of the Books 2019. All right, thanks guys.